guys, I'm Candy and welcome back to Candy's Locker Room. I'm excited about this one. It's time for my Week 10 recaps and updates. Hey Texans fans, how's it going over there? Now you know I want to talk about the Texans and the Cleveland Browns game. Was it a game? Really? The Browns kicked it off literally in the first quarter by scoring with a field goal. Neither team scored again until Nick Chubb scored finally in the third quarter for the Browns, bringing the score 0-10. Finally, after having a completely scoreless game, the Texans scored in the fourth quarter with one touchdown. The score of this Texans and Browns game was 7-10. That's pitiful. Texans fans, I'm trying to see at 2-7 how is the Texans better than the Cowboys? Just because they're third, they're still 2-7 like the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't want to hear anything else. Moving right along into some real football, Texans fans, let's get into this Bucs and Panthers game. It was a great first quarter for the Panthers. The Bucs fumbled the ball and the Panthers recovered it, scored a touchdown. Then the Bucs answered that with a touchdown. The Panthers answered that with a touchdown. And the Bucs ended the quarter with a field goal. But the Panthers were leading at the first quarter 10-14. In the second quarter, the Panthers tried to hold on to their lead by kicking a field goal, leaving the score at 10-17 until Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers brought the score to 17-17 with a daring touchdown. From that point on, it was downhill for the Panthers. Costly mistakes, interceptions, turnovers led to the Bucs beating them 46-23. Talking about a turnaround. The first quarter of this game, the Bills led 10-3. Second quarter, both teams battled it out with field goals, leaving the score at the half 9-16. In the third quarter, both teams were able to score, but also made mistakes, bringing the score even closer, 23-26 before the fourth quarter. As this game inched into the fourth quarter, the game became even closer as both quarterbacks threw interception for interception and touchdown for a touchdown. But one touchdown stood out the most. That one touchdown was Deandre Hopkins in the end zone, battling it against 3 to 4 defenders, going up all for the ball at once in the last very few seconds of the game. And Deandre Hopkins went up and got the ball over all those defenders and won the game for the Cardinals. Houston, you have a problem and you had a solution and you lost it. Now it's time for Candy's flag on the play. My first flag on the play is the Broncos versus the Raiders game. Patrick of the Broncos got into it with some of the Raiders and they got into it on the field, punching, shoving match, and there were a couple of flags thrown. The refs didn't like that too much, so yeah, somebody's getting fined. My next flag on the play was the very same game. Trayvon Mullen went in for a tackle and it was helmet-to-helmet contact. And he got up seemingly fine, but then collapsed to the ground before getting up for a second. They rushed out to him, took him to the sideline, evaluated him, and then sent him back into the game. In those situations, I don't feel like they should do that. What if something worse occurs to the player? What are you going to do then? So I definitely feel like they should have kept him out of the game. Now it's time for my new segment, Caught Up. So Caught Up is going to highlight some amazing catches by some of the receivers this week. My first and my favorite catch of this week was Deandre Hopkins going up against all of those defenders in the end zone and coming down with the ball to score for the game-winning touchdown for his team. Then my favorite part of it was he had a joke about it during the interview. He was like,
in basketball terminology,
that's what they call it in basketball when you dunk on people.
It was on 3 people.
He's funny. You gotta admit it. I'm sorry, Houston. Y'all lost a good one. My second favorite catch of the week was Mike Evans. Mike went up in the end zone and came down with the ball barely on his tiptoes, making it just inside of the line to tie the game for the Buccaneers. And from there, the game was up for them and they won. My third favorite catch of the week was Cole Beasley. Cowboys fans, you remember him from a few years back? Well, he made a one-handed, astounding catch in their game this past week. Now it's time for Candy's Hot Shot of the Week. My first Hot Shot of the Week is Cameron Newton. He showed up to the game with this silver suit bottom and vest with black roses embedded into them. And it looks like a purple dress shirt underneath. And these gold spiky shoes. And then this very familiar hat. It's the Aladdin hat for me. His caption on Instagram read, "Catch up to my mustard." You know what, Cam? Do you? My second hot shot of the week is, again, Chase Claypool. Now, I know we talked before about being too casual, but that seems to be the thing this year with the guy. So, Chase Claypool, I liked his casual gear. He had on his team colors, and the picture, really, the aesthetics of it is what I liked. He looked like he was walking down the runway. My third hot shot of the week is none other than Deandre Hopkins. What is that, velvet? This man showed up for game day in this red velvety suit, and then his caption on Instagram said, "Red Sea. Team color is red." We catch your vibe. We catch your vibe, DeAndre. I'm gonna call him Red Velvet Cake. Thank you guys for tuning in to Candy's Locker Room. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Candy's Locker Room. Follow my Instagram, Candy's Locker Room, and I will talk to you guys soon.